Hey guys, it's Monday night, and you know what time that is. Whoa, we've got some crazy stuff going on our screen right here. You see that?
I do.
That is insane. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. It's a little after 8:30. We had, again, some problems with YouTube, and as you can see, we're having problems right now with YouTube. So, Dan, take over for a second while I figure out what's going on with YouTube.
I love when he does that.
Yeah. Hey, Robert.
So, welcome everybody.
Yeah,
Happy,
you guys.
happy Monday. Hey, Rob.
Happy Monday. Glad.
How's
to
it going
be
over there?
Punching. It's good. It's good. I'm not seeing anything on my screen, so I hope you guys are. I'm just seeing the green screen. So I'll trust that you guys are live and let me know what's going down.
I'll tell you, it's not good right now.
I'm seeing us on the app, so
Yeah.
not
so
that we don't have.
See,
an app.
I'm not.
all right, there
I'm
we
not.
go. I got rid of the flashing lights, so there you
And
go.
now we won't cause any seizures to
Yes.
our audience.
Seizures. Okay.
Yeah, we had some comments that came in from YouTube earlier that were flashing up on the screen down in the corner down there. So it was boom, 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 boom. So I just want to say, hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to Dan for being here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Robert, thank you for joining us from. I don't know where you're joining us from.
I'm in the guest room.
You're in the guest room. I see. Is it every guest who comes over and has to use the facilities guest room, or
At some point, wait. I've got. Just in case, this message is brought to you by Glade Air Freshener.
Yes, exactly. At least it's a good sound.
Great
booth.
acoustics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's great acoustics.
It's acoustics.
So-
I've got all the theater stuff. They always talk about like 10 for you. Your Academy Awards, the Emmys, all of that stuff. You put all your awards in the bathroom. So all my theater stuff, my pictures, my friends and things, they're all here in my bathroom. I thought this was an appropriate room for this
there you go.
occasion.
Perfect. Apparently, it looks as if we're not going to be having any comments from Facebook actually in our feed. I just put a comment in, and it did not pop up. But that doesn't mean that I can't at least try to make it work. So I'm going to try to make it work and see what happens. But I don't know. This technology, it's outsmarted me. I don't know what's going on. So...
But you guys can see everything with the picture because, like I said, all I'm seeing is the opening Apple, and our show will start soon. I'm not seeing, and I'm afraid to cut out and come back in because I may not get you again. So you can see me fine, right?
Yeah, we can see you great.
Oh, okay. I'll just follow along.
Fantastic. So, we're getting comments. It's like, love the shirt, Ken. Tony Laporto just put it in, but it's not showing up on our live dashboard. It's not coming in at all. Wow, look at this little fly.
Yeah, I was trying to get it.
Woo. We got little flies flying around, all kinds of crazy stuff going on in tonight's show.
But you can see them, though, right on your own screen, even if they're not beat up.
We can see them, but I want them to pop up. I want everybody to see them.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes I notice, guys, and for you guys in the audience, too, that sometimes a comment will pop up, but then it takes a minute or two. Like, if I respond to something, it takes like a minute before it comes up.
I don't know, Robert. I think we're having big issues here.
Yeah,
right. We are. So, hey, this is the back to school teeny because what's happening right now?
Well,
everybody's going back to school.
What's up with all
I
these
guess
kids?
so.
Like in the South, they've been back for like weeks.
I know it.
They don't get snow down there. What the hell?
I don't know. But they've been back. Our kids don't go back until after Labor Day.
Right.
State law. Private schools, though, they're back already here in Maryland, which is kind of
Really?
cool. So here's to going back to school, everybody.
Back to school.
Back to school. The back
Happy
to school.
back to school, everybody. Yeah, that's
the
great.
back to school teeny. I wish I could go back to school.
Back to school teeny. Well, I noticed that the kids I haven't noticed them yet. Maybe it'll start with the lines out on the street corner for the school buses and things. I haven't seen that yet.
No, that won't happen till the Tuesday after Labor Day. Whoa, what was that?
What was what?
It just blew my ears out.
Oh, I don't know.
Hmm?
You didn't hear that?
No. Did I?
No, it's one of your Facebook pop-ups.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Stuff's happening.
Does it have like sound effects now? This is new.
Yeah, I mean, it's going crazy over here. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Dan, you and Robert have a conversation about I don't care what. I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to create, right, in our background, I am going to bring that comment box up so you guys go right ahead and keep talking, and I'm going to add something, and I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to get this back working as quickly as I can.
So we've got Tony out there, we've got Christina out there.
Oh, Christine, okay.
Jeff Jeff threw out his stunts.
Yep.
Jeff
And,
Wilhelm,
Chris
okay.
Mueller's with us. Hey, Chris.
Uh-oh. We've got stuff going on. All right, that's fine. You guys keep talking. The feed is going. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to make this work. Wow.
So, give me our rundown over there.
All right,
Yeah.
here's your rundown. No, rundown's right here. I jumped to what chaps your butt, but let's go to Appletini of the week instead. What do you think?
Appletini of the week. Yeah, that's a cool one because there's several. There's lots of things this week for Appletini.
Why don't you go ahead and lead off there, Bob?
Mine, well, it's kind of, I'm in the theater room, so to speak. And while we're going to have some deeper talk about some like joint Appletini tributes, but for me, it's Neil Simon. That's one major playwright, amazing genius with such a prolific history. I've been in plays by him. I've directed them, not on Broadway, but I mean, community theaters, local theaters that produced his plays, major hits. Anita Gillette was in They're Playing Our Song, which actually was, chapter 2, Neil Simon play. She got a Tony nomination for that many years ago, and so many actors got their starts in Neil Simon plays. Truly a genius, and this is a tip of the teeny to Neil Simon. That's my teeny of the week.
Absolutely.
All right, somebody make a comment, and let's see if it pops up.
So yeah, the
There they are.
Great.
Boom.
Bam!
he
I
fixed
got it fixed.
Good job.
Man, I'll tell you.
You get an Appletini.
I do. Thank you.
You
Thank
put us
you.
back over here.
Yeah, I will put it back over here. I'm sorry.
No, when you think about it, like the community theaters, they typically always do musicals because that's what sells. That's what people, the grandparents, and just the people who go to community theater, they tend to do. So those of us who come up and cut our teeth acting in community theater, probably the only regular plays, like non-musical plays, that we were first exposed to were Neil Simon plays. The Odd Couple, the Biloxi
Right.
Blues.
Barefoot in the Park was one that I always loved. It was a smaller play, wouldn't be usually done in school, but
Brighton Beach.
Brighton Beach Memoirs, yep. Many of
And-
them autobiographical too.
And he was married to Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, Neil Simon, right? Are we
Yeah.
talking Neil
No,
Simon?
Neil
No,
Simon
that
was
was-
no.
No, Neil Simon wasn't. That was the other guy, the other playwright.
I talk
can't-
about him in one of my lectures, and I just go, "Hey,
Yes.
Craig, and Joe DiMaggio."
Yeah,
Was mar-
yeah. But
Yeah.
but she was married to a playwright.
Yes,
Hey,
she
Craig,
was.
who was the other playwright that married Marilyn Monroe?
I like he's yelling out.
Arthur Miller.
Arthur Miller.
That's right.
Of course.
I'm sorry, Arthur Miller.
Yes. I'm
Sorry, Arthur Miller. Yeah.
I saw his documentary. It was fantastic. So Neil Simon, yeah, I mean, I've seen a bunch of his shows, and I like
Yeah.
every time. Fantastic.
Plaza Suite, one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, just prolific. He has a theater named after him on Broadway. He actually owned a theater for a little while. I was reading in one of his bios, in one of the obituaries, which is incredible to own a Broadway theater and then have one later on named after you, the Neil Simon Theater. So, Marcia Mason was one of his wives as well. He had several in his prolific career.
All right, I'm busy changing name tags too, so at least we know who we are. And the people at home, no, I'm Ken.
I'm Dan.
I'm
And-
Bob.
Thanks. I got you listed as Robert though.
I'm Robert now.
sorry.
Sorry, I'm Robert. Yes,
It's
Robert.
more official.
Yes,
Did you
Robert
see me
Neil
try to
Marshall.
throw that fake news out there?
Who threw fake news?
I did. Marilyn Monroe.
I know it. Fake news.
Fake news.
Dan's all
Fake,
about-
fake news,
Don't be doing that. So, what's your Appletini of the week? Did you have one? Did you talk about that? I was.
I
busy.
didn't.
Dan did not
I
yet,
do
no.
have one, but I didn't do it yet.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'm gonna go with. Sorry, I'm having a really hard time talking when I can't hear like the outside.
It's weird, right?
It is.
So
I
put one
can't see
like this.
anything,
Yeah,
so
I
it's
just
like
did.
weird to be doing
that?
this and not
It's
see
better.
anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with. There was just an article, and I want to say it was in Vanity Fair or.
Okay.
Oh no, the Hollywood Reporter. I can't remember who ran the article, but it was an essay by the actress from Star Wars, Kelly Marie Tran, and she is the actress that played Rose, and just all kinds of negative backlash toward her character and the character in the movie, not her personal character. We saved that backlash for someone else.
She was writing about it, or she got the backlash in real life?
She got the backlash, and now she's done she dropped off of Instagram, she dropped off of Twitter.
Oh, wow.
And she just wrote an awesome essay, basically, that ran in, and I'll find the link and post it. It's something I posted last week. I just can't remember which publication it was in.
Yeah.
Right.
And just coming back about how, the stories. We talk about how the representation matters in film and television, and the stories that are told and retold kind of did you hear that one?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, right?
Boom. They keep popping up.
The stories that are told kind of enforce that certain people get to be the heroes, and certain people are always like the
the stereotypes
or the sub characters in peripheral to the heroes, and it's a great article, and she kind of came out and just shared a lot of like how that made her not really kind of not value what made her unique as an Asian actress, and or as an Asian in general, an Asian American, and so she's it was a pretty great article, and just it's a lot of it's hard to come out and share personal stuff like that. So that's my Appletini of the week.
That's great. I like that. I like that a lot. I want to go read the article if we can figure out where it's from.
Dan will get it to
I'll
you.
find it. I shared it last week.
Yeah.
My Appletini of the week goes to the Hawaii Little League team for kicking South Korea's butt. That's what I'm talking about. Hawaii kicked their butt, 3-zip. Pitching was dominant. The first kid of the game comes up. He was 6'1". He only weighed about 110 pounds though, but he hit a home run to lead off the game.
6'1" in Little League.
Yeah, and kind of set the tone. Yeah, some of those kids really shouldn't be playing.
Yeah,
in that league. There was one guy, Robert. He was 6'1", 248 pounds, and he's bigger than 95% of Major League Baseball players.
Was he like 28 years old too, like in Little League?
Yeah, he had a mustache. He drove up in a low rider
with a six-pack,
down there. Yeah, no. That's not what happened. But he was 6'1". He was huge. But
That's
the thing
crazy.
is, with Little League Baseball, you're on pitch limits, and he was a pitcher.
Okay.
And he after he threw his 85, after that they had no more pitching, and they got kicked out of the tournament because they lost. They didn't have anybody else. They didn't have any other 6'1"
to match him, right?
Yeah. So that was from Spain, the team from Spain, and Spain really isn't known as a powerhouse for its baseball team. But the Asians are, and the Asians are really good because they're very fundamentally sound. So Asians, the Japanese, South Koreans, Taiwan, they're really good because fundamentally the game over there is played like it should be. I'm just saying.
Were they doing this like during a hurricane too? Wasn't there Hurricane Lane?
Yes, and that's true because a lot of people, they are having a hurricane in Hawaii, and a lot of the island is dealing with that right now. And a lot of people donated to the Red Cross because of it, and they drew attention to it, and it raised a lot of money.
But they didn't. But they were outside playing in the wind and the rain.
No, they were in Pennsylvania. Robert.
Pennsylvania is where the tournament is. They're from Hawaii.
I know you don't know the sports, but that's where they were.
So we have a great comment here. Chris Mueller asked if Bob's back to school project is making Blair Witch stick figures.
Yeah, exactly.
Behind you on the wall.
Yeah, I know. There's a story to that. Yeah.
Hey, is anybody else on making comments? Because we haven't had a new comment in a while. Let's see. There we go. Hawaii had a great humble coach. Let's see if that pops up, Tone. Let's see if it pops up. Come on.
And did anyone make any comments about the people in Hawaii not being Americans? So with the relief effort?
No, nobody said that.
Oh, I was just asking.
Yeah, they're popped up.
They didn't say that.
No.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Some people, the majority of Americans are probably, not dumb like that. There are some out there, and they will comment.
They just haven't figured out that Puerto Ricans are part of America. I think that's where he was going.
Yeah. But I mean, Hawaii was only 1948, 58, 59, like right before I was born.
Yeah, I get the whole point about Puerto Rico being American citizens and all of that, but the majority of Americans would agree, and you and I would agree, and Robert would agree that they should have gotten some relief. There should have been more help than was given. So, and I think a majority of Americans would, although there are some dumb people out there who are like, Yeah. But they're not our audience. I
Well, people think of it as a place you go
They're not
to on
anymore.
vacation, so if you fly someplace out of, 3-4 hours away that's not California or something, and it's tropical, it doesn't look like Florida. I mean, I could see how people could think it's a foreign country. They speak Spanish, so it's easy to confuse it with, Spain or Barbados or Bermuda.
All right, here we go. We're moving on. We've got a rather, and I want to get
Got a joint
serious.
Appletini of the week.
Yeah,
Joined Appletini of the week, yeah.
we do. We got something coming up right here. We're gonna get kind of serious for a second. We don't get serious too often on here. We don't try to.
We try not to.
Yeah, we try not to, but we do sometimes.
Ever.
And right now, what we're going to do is, with the United States of America, there's one good thing about us. And I read the essay that you sent out today that he wrote, Senator John McCain. And I read that. And in it, he said, you know what? We have our differences, but we keep fighting as Americans to make things better, and we keep trying to move forward. And, we lost a great guy this week. We lost a great man. We lost a great senator. We lost a great soldier. And he lived a life. And even in his essay, he said he lived 10 lifetimes.
Yeah.
And an amazing life. And he would not change anything about it, even being a prisoner of war and being tortured. He learned so much from that experience and carried that with him the rest of his life. So here's to Senator John McCain. Thank you for your service, sir.
Godspeed.
Yes. Thank you.
Right.
Who was at the arena and called Obama an Arab and all that. And I mean, Jill, I don't know if you're on, girl, watching, but I'm thinking of you all week because when I was working for Pat Moran in casting, that was one of the things I was proud of, to say, hey, I know the perfect actress in town who could play that part. And sure enough, Pat Moran thought that Jill Redding was good for the role. And Jay Roach loved her audition. She got cast. She played that role for HBO. And now this woman is being shown over and over and over again. I wish they were showing Jill Redding. So Jill, this is to you as well. Great job you did. And in light of the circumstances, it's made me think of you.
And Tony Laporto said hand salute.
Yes. Hand salute. Yes, hand salute.
Yes. That's what they do in the Navy. He knows. He knows, and in the other military branches too.
Yeah, pretty much all of them.
But
Yeah.
So, but Tony Laporto was Navy, and so was Senator McCain. And by the way, he will be buried in Annapolis, right here, Naval Academy Cemetery. I don't know if it's a private ceremony, public ceremony. I don't know.
Well, you want to go?
I wouldn't mind. The guy deserves that respect. You know what I mean? He deserves, if it's public and you can go to it, I would go to
have Ken Arnold go to your funeral. Yeah.
No, I just would do it out of respect for the guy. I thought he was a really good guy.
No, I agree with you. I'm trying to keep it light because we're getting so heavy here.
He was a rare breed. He was one of the guys that would go across party lines, and he would work with other people. A lot of people who are in the House and in the Senate won't do that. Yep.
They're very, very single-minded.
Strict. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, he was one of the guys that would reach across the aisle and try to work things out, and we need more of that and less of what we got today.
A lot less.
Yes. A lot less. I agree completely.
Yeah. So we're gonna miss him, but hopefully somebody comes in and fills that void.
Hopefully lots of them will come in and fill those voids.
Yes, Dan, you made a really good Appletini today.
I'm
telling you. Wow. Dan is getting better by the minute with these Appletinis.
What's the secret, Dan? What is it? A little more vodka, a little less ice, a little more ice? What's your secret?
Always more vodka.
Always more
vodka. That's the key. That's the key. All right, guys, we skipped over this section. We're going to get to it now. You guys ready? Here we go. Now we're back into having some fun. Here we go. Robert, be ready.
I'm ready.
What chaps your ass? Boom, we're back. So, Robert.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there? I'll tell you what, that chaps my ass. You spraying that stuff and then making all this noise with your headphones. Yeah.
When I went to put the can down, it pulled the earphones out of my head, so that's why it made all that noise. I had to then find it and stick it back in.
That's what she said.
But I'm bummed. Thank you. This is so weird, guys. This is the first time I cannot see either of you. I can't see what's on the air. I can't see anything. It's me talking to my phone. It's frozen on the opening screen, and I'm afraid if I leave, I won't come back again. So it's just weird. I can hear you, but I can't see a damn thing.
Cool enough. Next time you should bring your laptop in there with you, and you can watch the feed on Facebook or whatever. And so at least you got an idea.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, well, next time.
You know, like you do when you're taking a grumpy.
Yeah, when you're taking a grumpy.
Oh, I'm taking a grumpy. I'm here with the phone. I just don't normally bring a tripod in with me either.
I haven't heard that term since college.
There you go.
Grumpy.
It's back to school.
I know, it's back to school.
I'm staying with the theme.
Yeah, my
I have
God.
to tell you, if you get a Words with Friend game from me, and I'm playing somewhere around like 9 o'clock at night, probably on the can. I'm probably playing Words with Friend with you on the shitter.
For me, it's like, and I don't know if my mom is watching or she ends up watching this, or something. I'll be on the can and my mother talks to me, and then her cheek accidentally hits FaceTime, and there'll be a FaceTime photo call, and I'm like, no, Mom, not now.
No.
There are times when I will not share even that with my mother. Yeah.
All right, so we're still going good here on Facebook. YouTube is still being YouTube on Monday night for whatever reason. Last night, guys, seriously, I was on YouTube for 45 minutes at 8 o'clock. I did a whole show.
Yeah.
I did a whole show, and there was no problem whatsoever. And I just don't understand what's going on with YouTube on Monday nights. I don't get it. I don't get why they're just like, yeah, you're not streaming live Monday night.
Life's not fair. It's just not fair.
Yeah, well, maybe, other people are streaming live or something. I don't know.
And the kids are off of Netflix. You check that.
They all turn their TVs off. Their mom has made sure they've done that. So.
Well.
Yep. All right, so let's get to what chaps your ass. Nobody, we did the whole intro. I got to do the intro again.
Go for it.
It's gone stale.
What's that? Yeah, it's gone stale. It's gone stale.
Do another.
I got to get back to what chaps your ass again. Here it comes.
What chaps your ass?
All right, guys, let's get back to what chaps your ass. Let's do this. You're killing me. Robert, you're killing me, man.
What am I doing?
I don't know. You're just
I
killing
laughed.
me.
I laughed.
I know. All right, I'm going to bring this up, the comments. Hey, guys, don't forget, we love your comments. Put them out there. And, yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube, because one day we'll get this figured out. And then we'll be over on YouTube. So
we can dream. We can dream.
All right, so what chaps your ass? I'm going to start, okay?
Go for it.
Okay, here's what chaps my ass. I went to the Renaissance Festival this weekend. And we go to watch one of those shows, and it's like an amphitheater, so you're sitting up the hill and these things. And I sit down, and Maria and the kids sit down next to me. Well, Maria wants to move down, so she gets up and moves with the kids, and I stay back. But while I'm sitting there, in the minute and a half that she is gone, a woman sitting next to me passes out and falls face first right in front of me at my feet. Like, her face just plants right into the ground, right? Just like, boom. And I'm like, holy crap, what the bejesus just happened, right? So I get up, ma'am, are you all right? I get down, I'm on my knees, I'm talking to her. She's starting to convulse. She's like I'm like, oh my God, she's having convulsions. I'm like freaking out. So I'm sitting there going, we need help. Somebody get help, and I'm with her, right? The people around me, and they just looked at me like I was nuts. They didn't even want to do anything. They were like, we're watching the show. That chaps my ass.
Yeah.
Even her own family was like,
She does this at the dinner table.
I was like, what the flippin' frick? She's on the ground. I mean, like, eyes rolling back into her head. She can't breathe. She's clammy. She's she's convulsing. I finally, kind of turn her head to the side and realize she's breathing. And I start talking to her, and she's kind of like answering me, but it's she's slurring her words, so I'm thinking maybe it's a stroke. I don't know what the hell's going on with this lady. But I'm just like, holy shit, somebody go and get the medical.
You weren't being punked or anything.
No. So I finally, I say, all right, I'm going to lift you up. So I lift her up and I get her on the bench and I start talking to her. I find out she's diabetic. She's she's going into anaphylactic shock, right? But
Not
still,
anaphylactic shock. She's going in insulin shock.
yes, insulin shock, whatever it is. Tell me more, Robert. I'm not a doctor. So anyway, that shit was going down and nobody wanted to see. Eventually, I'm like, you go. You go. Somebody go. Get help and come back with it because I'm trying to hold her up and so she doesn't fall over.
I mean, you'd think someone in her family would have like
some sugar or
chocolate
juice
bar
or
They didn't have
Twizzlers or
anything.
something.
They went and they came back and her daughter comes back and goes, oh, yeah, here's a hamburger. Give her that. I'm like, I was
Jesus
looking at her
God.
like, holy shit, really, people? Wow. She could. I don't know what's wrong with her. She could have been having a stroke, a heart attack. She could have been
no way you would know. Well,
yeah. And here I am sitting with her.
Tony said she wanted you.
She wanted me? Yeah, she didn't want me.
she wanted mouth to mouth.
She was an older woman. She African American woman. Very nice lady. I sat with her until the medical people showed up, which took a really long time. I sat there and I talked to her. I was just trying to keep her awake and aware and what's going on. And eventually, other people came over and started to try and help. A fireman came over and sat next to her on the other side. So him and I kind of took care of everything until the medical people got there, and then they brought a wheelchair and took her out. But it took forever. And to get the people to actually do anything.
Yeah.
Was the show still going on?
Yeah. Yeah. It totally chapped my ass. I was like, what the flipping frick? Somebody, could you help? Somebody?
And Maria and the kids, what did they do?
But they went down. They went down to the front. So
they didn't even know.
Yeah, they didn't even know what was going on. All they know that there was a commotion going on up behind them. They had no idea I was involved in the middle of it.
You caused it practically.
Yeah, I caused it. Yeah, I made the lady pass out. But
you do that to women sometimes. I've seen you in that movie that we never talk about.
I know.
Chris said, yeah, but how was the show?
I thought it, but I wasn't going to go down that road. I wasn't going to. Aside from that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play?
Yeah, it's Chris. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to get back to the Renfest later because, give her a Snickers.
See that wonderful show that you missed?
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm going to go back to the Renfest, but we're going to get back to the Renfest later in the show, actually. I've got video.
All right.
Cool. Dan, what chaps your ass, buddy?
What chaps my ass this week, amongst many, many things, is when you're on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. I've been there.
And yeah, we're there now.
Yes.
And there's people that you never ever hear from. I post kind of a lot, fairly regularly, all kinds of things: hockey, movies, our movies, acting stuff. Occasionally I delve into something political, and if I criticize a certain somebody, even in the least, all of a sudden these people who I haven't heard from in months come popping out. This is like Rambo coming out of the waterfall. You didn't even know they were there. Then all of a sudden they just...
It's a metric. It's a metric in the system. It's like when you go browsing.
That's funny.
Like a B&H photo, and you suddenly see ads all over the place for the next 3 weeks. Yeah. That's what happens.
But here's the thing: if you don't comment on the other stuff, you don't get to drop in and like a seagull and crap all over the things that I post.
They're cherry picking? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
They're cherry picking.
Cherry picking, yeah.
Cherry
as opposed to gaslighting. Yeah.
Thanks, random guy who never comments on anything. Appreciate you mansplaining this situation to me. Didn't realize you were an expert on U.S. flag code.
Yeah.
Cherry Interesting. Yeah. Well.
All right, brother. What's your?
Nah, I mean, it's not anything one major. I mean, like all of us could say, there are lots of things every week that I think chaps my ass, and I just try to, think about things that are light and happy and all of that. But for me, I think lately it's the hypocrisy of various people, and I'm not pointing my finger at any one person or another because it's pervasive in lots of places. It is people who will make statements, political or otherwise, that are attacking somebody else when they themselves are demonstrating exactly that behavior. And what is up is down, and what is down is up. And I find myself getting my ass rather chapped with that. So that's about it. And I'm sure other people can share that in whatever aspect it relates to, or other people in life. When people do that and they say one thing and they blame you for something, or they say you shouldn't do something, and then they do exactly the same thing. It's hypocritical.
You know what? They have their stuff, and I think we need to buy it, all of us. It's called monkey butt powder.
Monkey butt powder.
That's what it's called. They actually sell it, and it's for your chapped ass.
Can you put a link up there to our Amazon in connections?
Yeah,
I will. I think we all need that.
we had this. We got this stuff when Jack was a baby. It was Dr. Boudreaux's butt paste.
Yeah,
Good
that
stuff.
I've
stuff's
heard of
awesome.
that. That's real.
That
Yeah.
stuff is awesome. But the monkey, I was telling you the monkey butt powder, and it's real too, Robert.
Monkey, I didn't say it wasn't real.
You acted like it wasn't real.
No, I just was like, I was
You
just...
were insinuating it wasn't real. Don't you insinuate?
Interpret it any way you want. I just didn't know when you would put powder on a monkey's butt.
Hey, did you see my new T-shirt?
I did. Someone commented on it earlier. I think it was Tony.
Do you like that?
Said, yeah.
I bought
I
it today.
can't see it. What's it say?
It says, "You're killing me, Smalls."
I like it.
It's from Sandlot,
Got
which
it.
is one of my favorite baseball movies, by the way.
Yeah.
So let's move on, right? We did the Appletini of the week. Boom. Let's get into the coolest thing we're going to talk about tonight.
Oh, yeah, this is cool.
All right, so everybody, we posted today what your top 5 back-to-school movies were,
Yeah.
right? So we're going to go through our picks, and then what we're going to do is we are going to have you guys comment and vote, and Dan's going to keep track, right? I hope so.
I am. I'm trying.
Yes, Dan's
Yeah.
going to keep track.
Got his pen
of
and paper. Yeah.
the comments coming through, and he's going to keep track. And at the end, we're going to tally and give the Appletini Army the top 5. Appletini Army, which is a group that we've created, by the way, for
Brand new.
all of our Appletini folks.
Yeah.
So we each will do 5, and then the rest of you can give us 2 or 3, just movies that are related to school or back to school or, something like that.
Yes.
So,
And I do want to say a particular shout out of appreciation and thanks to my co-partners here, Dan and Ken, because being the older guy on the set, it's like I hadn't really thought about back to school movies in a long, long time. And of course, instantly Ken sent me a link to like the top 25 back to school movies. Like I didn't even know there was such a list. So thank you for that, Ken. That helped a lot.
You're welcome, buddy. I know that Alzheimer's sets in, and, you have
it
problems
is.
with that.
Yeah.
So
the way it's going to work is, so even if one of us mentions yours or someone else in the comments mentions a movie that you like, the more times it gets mentioned, the higher on the list it's going to go up. So we're ultimately making a top 5. So even though somebody throws out the one that you might have been thinking of, go ahead and throw it again.
yeah, throw it again.
What's up, Dwayne?
got it.
Hey, D. Wayne.
I
Thanks
didn't
for
tag him.
doing
I was
this.
like, where is he?
Finally, D. Wayne. Thanks a lot, buddy.
dat?
He's been
Yeah.
busy down in NOLA.
And NOLA doing his thing, man. Doing his thing. So,
He's running around on Bourbon Street
exactly.
yelling
Yes.
people's names.
It's people that we know and love and care about.
Exactly. Hey, so what I'm doing right now, because this is like the coolest part of the show, is I'm inviting people right now to jump on and get involved with our top 5. So give me 1 second here. I'm inviting folks in, and hopefully they'll join on. Roxanne, let's see if Roxanne comes on. Let's see if we can't get Darby Hinton on, Robert Neal Marshall. You know
Darby, yeah,
Hinton.
Darby's been traveling across the country by car, doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
Jill.
And let's get Jill Redding, see if she'll get on. All right, and there we go. I invited all the people that I can invite, and we're getting a lot of likes here. So let's get back to it.
So Kevin, just
Okay.
go ahead and throw your 2 or 3 in the comments, and we'll come back and hit them.
Yeah, Kevin, post yours. Go ahead, man.
All right, we're gonna start off with Johnny. He's not here, but he gave us his list.
Sure.
And his
Um,
reasons
And we're
why.
gonna try to
too.
talk
Yeah.
about a little bit about why we love these movies.
Sure.
So John went number 5. He went back to school.
Mm-hmm.
He said Rodney Dangerfield was a genius, and Burt Young's a family friend. So, hey, Paulie.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool to have Burt Young as a friend of your
Yeah,
friend.
right.
And back to
right.
school. It's it's
And
obvious.
I've seen the pictures. Johnny showed me the pictures of him and Burt Young and all that. So yeah, he says he's got the pictures to prove it. Yes.
Very cool.
And you can never go wrong with a school related movie that has William Zabka as the as the douchebag bad guy.
he's the bad guy in a lot of things.
So his number 4 was Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
The king of getting away with everything.
Yeah.
There it is.
Bueller.
3 was Better Off Dead. Love that movie.
Better Off Dead is a fantastic movie.
He said
I
he
want
had
my $2.
$2. He said it had a sweet '69 Camaro. Also, Diane Franklin, who was hot.
Yeah, she was.
She was in
And
Bill and Ted.
yes, and she dated Burt Young.
She did. That was he was
Just
going to say.
why-
and
I
she
don't
dated
know
Burt
why
Young.
she dated him, Paulie, but okay.
They were at his sister's graduation party. So
Very
there
cool.
you go.
Very cool.
Number 2, near and dear to my heart. I just watched part of this the other night, and I think you'll know which part.
Okay.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said Spicoli was one of the best characters ever, and, well, Phoebe Cates.
Phoebe Cates. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I have to tell you, I don't even know, who's the actor, the older guy who played the teacher that just wrote his ass.
Oh, he played My Favorite Martian.
Yeah.
Who played My Favorite Martian, Robert? You're old.
Bill Walston. Ray Walston.
Ray Walston. That's it. Yes.
He was
Just
in
when he
Damn
shows
He
up
was in
and
Damn
keeps him at
Yankees
home.
too.
Yes. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We're losing people. Come on, people. Top 5 back to school movies.
Don't you
And
go
then,
anywhere.
Breakfast Club,
You
because,
sit down
you know,
and tell us your movies.
God damn it. Roxanne joined. Thanks. We got
Hey,
somebody.
Roxanne, look what they're making me do.
Now
Help
we've got,
me.
we're down to 2 people.
And his number 1 was The Breakfast Club, because it's The Breakfast Club. So,
Yes.
there you go.
He said he was part of a Breakfast Club. I didn't know that was a thing. Maybe not in the 60s, but it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was, at detention
Saturday
on a
detention.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Which sucks. So let me give you my top 5 real quick. Number 5, and I rethought about it after I rethought the whole thing after I give my original list because I thought about films that involved a back to school,
Yeah.
right? So instead of just a school movie, because originally I had Summer School in there,
Yeah.
but that's not a back to school movie. That's a summer school movie.
Yeah. It is funny, though.
Yeah, it is great. Summer school's fun. So my 5, number 5 is Grease, of course.
Yeah.
Go Grease Lightning. You know, he comes back. They start a new school year. She moves from Australia or
Yeah.
wherever. Yeah,
Which was not in the
hell.
original musical. She wasn't from Australia on Broadway.
But you know,
That's okay.
Why
If
not?
you got
Sure.
if you got Olivia Newton-John, she's from Australia.
Dead Poets Society.
Yeah.
Loved it. Right, that's a fantastic film. Better Off Dead, of course. I want my
Yep,
$2.
$2.
You
2
know,
times on
Lane,
that, yeah.
Lane Meyer. We got. You know the value, street value of this mountain.
Booger.
Booger. He's great. I actually hung out with him.
Yeah, at one of
Yeah.
the festivals.
Yeah, one of the festivals. Back to School, of course, Rodney Dangerfield, the Triple Indy. Who doesn't love the Triple Indy?
You know, Billy Zabka doesn't love the Triple Indy.
Yeah, well, Billy Zabka is a punk. We have the same agent, by the way.
Do you?
Billy Zabka, yeah.
Yeah.
And, of course, Breakfast Club. Who doesn't love Breakfast Club? You know what I mean? So I still want to see Emilio Estevez and what's his name? The bad guy, the bad dude, the goth guy. What's his name? I still God,
It just went out my head. All I can think is Michael Anthony Hall.
yeah, it's not him.
Michael,
Anthony
yeah.
Hall. But I do want to see Emilio Estevez and the guy fight
Yeah.
for real,
Yeah.
and they didn't. So would have loved to have seen that. But Molly Ringwald, yeah, I'd still hit that to this day. Just say.
She's like a grandmother now, I think.
I don't care. I'm hitting it. I'm like almost a grandfather, so you never know. Could
That's
happen any
true.
day now. Could happen any day.
Oh God.
Any day. All right, Dan, you're on. Oh, by the way, I just want to make an honorable mention, though. A movie that I just saw.
Yeah.
Judd Nelson.
Yes, Judd Nelson. I want to see Emilio Estevez and Judd Nelson like in the ring, the octagon. I want to see them MMA it and kick each other's ass. I'd pay for that. I would. So anyway, there was one film that I saw recently, Wonder. Have you guys seen Wonder?
No, I haven't.
It's a total back to school movie. Julia Roberts, Owen Wilson, fantastic movie. The kid in it is fantastic as well. We watched it on cable. Great family film. He goes to school, or for the first time he goes to school, he has a disfigured face.
So he wears like the space helmet.
Yeah, so he was born, and he has 50 surgeries or whatever to reconstruct his face, and his face is not normal. And he goes to a new school, and he makes friends, and then he loses friends, and then he finds real friends. And
This isn't
really,
The Mask with Cher, is it?
No, but it's very similar to The Mask.
Got
That was
it.
a good movie.
Yeah,
It was a good
so
movie. Yeah.
Mask was great. Wonder is great. It's a good family movie. So if you get an opportunity, check it out. It's called Wonder.
Wonder.
So I'm done.
All right. All right, so my 5, and I changed mine since then as well.
Yep.
So I have to throw a couple honorable mentions out because I took them off. I took one of them off my list. So Karate Kid is a back to school movie.
It is.
He comes out there over the summer, and then they go
moves
back
in.
to school. And,
Yep.
But that honorable mention.
All right.
And Pitch Perfect is also honorable mention. It's a fun movie. They go to college and the whole.
My daughters made me watch it.
Gotcha.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I got to admit, I enjoyed it.
So
You're a teenage girl, and underneath it all, right?
I got to admit, I did enjoy that movie.
he's knock a badass.
So,
All right, so number 5, I'm gonna go with Real Genius.
okay.
Val
fair enough.
Kilmer.
Yeah.
It's what I kind of hoped college was gonna be when because I saw that movie in elementary school and I was like, that's what college is gonna be like.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some weird guy living in your closet.
Absolutely.
Number 4, kind of I feel like it fell off the radar, but School Ties. Brendan Fraser is a football player who gets recruited. He's Jewish. He gets recruited to
I
a
remember
very
that.
Catholic school to play football.
That is a really good movie, by the
And
way.
everybody who was anybody in the late 90s, early 2000s, Affleck, Matt Damon, who else is in that? Obviously, Brendan Fraser, Anthony Rapp. They're all. It's a great cast, great movie. Kind of, I always get bummed that are we on YouTube?
We are on YouTube, Robert.
Get out!
We
Oh
are
my gosh,
streaming to YouTube right
that's
now.
brilliant.
Just so
Brilliant.
you know.
Thank
So
you.
we only get to put half the show on YouTube.
Yes, only half the show. But I'm recording it.
Better
so-
than none of the show. Yeah.
Boom, better than none of the show.
So number 3 for me is Sky High. That's a great movie. It kind of puts the superhero movie into
Sky High.
Sky High. Yeah.
When's
with
that
Kurt
from?
Russell.
That's not one that rings a bell.
Kurt Russell's in it.
Give it a shot. It's
Kurt
a lot
Russell.
of fun.
Early
Kurt Russell.
2000s, right?
Yeah. 2005ish.
Yeah, 2005ish.
Great soundtrack too. They took all like the early 90s alt rock and did covers of it.
So movies are popping in,
Yeah,
Dan.
we're gonna
as we
get to
go.
them.
All right, cool.
My number 2 is Rudy. It's a complete back to school movie.
Rudy.
So he goes back to school and just it's great. It's like that whole fall and like the water and the leaves turning. It's just the perfect. If you have to have a school movie, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Notre Dame. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
That'll ruin it. That'll just ruin a movie.
Something
Yeah.
about Catholic priests, and I'm just not happy.
Hey,
Just
Yeah.
saying.
Just
so
saying.
especially from Pennsylvania.
Yes, just saying.
So and the number 1 for me is like every movie in this series has a massive back to school, returning to school segment. It's the Harry. It's Harry. I'm going with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh well,
because
yeah.
it's the first one. He gets
Yeah.
the letters. They go
Right.
back. They go back to school shopping.
Could I say almost every one up until the last 2 is a back to school?
Yeah.
He goes
The
back to school
yeah.
every beginning of every movie. He
Yep.
goes back.
That's
to school.
true. It's
Yeah.
the whole transformation and
Yeah.
leaving and trains, tunnels. Yeah.
So there you go.
So before we get to you, Robert, I just want to
Yes,
run down some of the comments that came on Weird
Go for it,
Science.
go for it.
Dwayne Bateman said Weird Science. Kevin Stokes was Porky's, Grease, Animal House, Revenge.
Animal House, of course. Yeah.
Yes, Revenge of the Nerds. And,
Yeah, with Robert Carradine.
and 21 Jump Street.
Nice.
Ferris Bueller, Breakfast Club,
Hang
just
on.
one of the guys.
Yeah.
And that's the end
Just
of
one of the
Chris's
guys. That's a good one.
Yes.
Is that Chris? Oh, that's Chris. Of
Chris.
course.
Yep.
Got it.
Is that's
Yeah, but
is that
just
Billy?
one-
That's Billy Zabka too, isn't it?
Yeah, but just one of the guys was a really good movie. I thank you for bringing that up. I remember that movie and I enjoyed it. So that was a good movie.
Ferris Bueller, Breakfast Club.
There are so many movies that center around school, though.
Yeah.
There really are.
Well, it's a good subject. I mean, really. And the age range is a particular audience as well. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? So is somebody going to go on like YouTube and watch us over there just to see if my counter works? 'Cause-
Just to check it out. Yeah.
yeah, wait. Let me see if this works. If I launch this bad boy, boom, there it goes. Let's see if it changes over here on on our Facebook thing. Nope, didn't
Nothing?
change.
Didn't?
Not a thing.
All right, so Bob, let's give it your list.
Yeah, I mean, mine are kind of obscure, I guess, different generational. And I also was trying not to pick the movies that everyone else had picked, but I think one of them for sure is going to overlap. Obscure one, class of 1999 was number 5 for me. I don't know if it's a back-to-school movie, but it's a cyborg sci-fi. The teachers were all androids and things, and these unruly kids. It was filmed in 1990, so 1999 was,
Okay.
very futuristic. The next one on my list is very special and near to dear to my heart. And this may not be family rated, but it was First Time at Cherry High, as opposed to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And that was a porn film that actually had.
Oh my goodness, Robert
starred
Neil Marshall.
Ron Jeremy was in it, yeah, and I worked on it in 1984 as an assistant editor, one of my early jobs. So I thought, you're talking about school, that's why that one's on my list, because
Wow.
because you said First Time at Ridgemont High, I immediately went, oh, hello. And the other one, which is not a school movie, but it was Flash Pants, Cop a Feeling, which was,
Wow, Robert, what are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about my early porn career. Anyway, moving on. So number 3 for me was one from long ago, To Sir with Love, which was Sidney Poitier, and it had Lulu in it, and it has the very famous pop song, To Sir with Love. Very 60s kitsch now, and I liked it because it was 60s kitsch, and Lulu was great, and it was a very moving story. And it was also one of the early interracial subjects in a film that was very powerful on top of that for the time period in the mid-60s. Number 2 movie for me would then be Fame.
Oh, Fame is great. Yes, that's definitely
Fame,
a back-to-school
musical,
movie.
fun back-to-school movie. And I have to say, for me, because I graduated in the class of 1978, and Grease was the movie that year that was released. That was our high school movie, and so Grease is the word, is the number 1 for me. Yeah, Grease is the word, So anyway, yeah, you're the one that I want. Ooh, 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 baby.
You're the one that I want.
All right.
Do-do-do-do-do.
So for those of you who just joined us, because we just had a whole bunch of people pop in,
I
Jill
know.
and
They heard me talking porn, and everybody comes back.
we may be onto something there.
We might be on to something there.
So we're throwing out back to school movies. We're gonna combine our lists and the suggestions you throw out, find out what our top 5 is, and then at the end of the show, we're gonna come back and give the ultimate Appletini top 5 back to school movies.
Yes.
So if you haven't thrown out yet, go ahead and do that.
Coach Stokes, I love your list that you just sent in, but that's next week's show. We're gonna talk football movies next week.
Top football movies.
Yes, because it's the beginning of football
2
season.
weeks. Next week is Labor Day. We're not gonna have a show on Labor Day.
Yeah, that's right. We're not. I might by myself, lonely.
Ken will
Be
do it by
lonely.
himself.
But but what we're gonna do is we're gonna do football movies.
So
in
save
2
that
weeks.
for 2 weeks from now.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Great list too. Varsity Blues.
Did you guys happen to notice that we have a YouTube count up in the left-hand
Nice.
corner? We actually have 2 people watching us on YouTube Live. And if
Hey,
you get a
YouTube.
chance, don't forget, over on YouTube, you can subscribe to us, you can love us, you can like us, share, click the bell for notifications, do all that fun stuff. We need as many subscribers as we can get, people. Let's go.
Hey, Chris said that Bob, you could, based on the cast of Grease, you could still play a high schooler in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh. That's true. That's probably true.
We'll dye your hair. You can be the Jeff.
You're almost old enough to play a senior in 90210.
Yes.
Yeah, right. It's true.
Our SAG president was like 43 when she was on that show. And Andrea.
She's still pretty hot. I saw her in person. She was checking
Yeah.
me. She was checking me out, Robert. And
I'm sure. They're always checking you
I
out.
had to give her the old. Yeah, I'm married. Sorry. She wanted to go out for drinks after. I had to turn her down.
All right, so
her
Roxanne
loss.
threw in some earlier today, and she said Some Kind of Wonderful.
Yep.
Came out when she was
Yeah.
11.
Okay.
Besides wanting to be as cool as Watts, the kissing scene had her watching that film a bazillion times. Yes, a bazillion. Just like the red bikini scene in Fast Times
Yes.
for Us.
A million times. Or in Purple Rain when Apollonia takes her top off down by the river that he throws her in. Yeah.
Yeah.
She went with Ferris Bueller because, well, Ferris, who hasn't at some
Bueller.
point wanted to get away with everything.
That's a classic. Yeah.
And
classic.
16 Candles.
Is that a back to school movie though?
It's
spring.
more of a prom end of, but you know.
Yeah.
But it's that whole period. In fact, that show that I did many years ago, Awesome 80s Prom, it was all based on those films of the 80s because that was quintessential movie music time, the whole era.
Oh, yeah.
It's quintessential
John
80s.
Hughes.
John Hughes.
John Hughes, all the John Hughes movies, quintessential 80s.
We just watched the Central Intelligence with Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a scene at the end where they replayed the scene with the Ferrari. So it's very funny.
It is.
Then we also had where'd he go?
Oh, by the way, Dwayne Bateman said, Robert, that La La Land still sucks. And he did point out that he was like, "Yep, here we go. Here comes the list of musicals."
Yeah, right. Almost practically. I wouldn't say that La La Land sucked. It wasn't my favorite movie as much as other people liked it. But yeah, Dwayne, I'm with you there, man.
So Jeff Slinker threw out 3 O'Clock High, which I haven't seen.
3 O'Clock High. I gotta watch that. I don't remember it. I really don't. So.
He said, and Better Off Dead.
Yep.
He said 3 O'Clock was amazing. Cinematography for the time.
Yes.
And they both were very great writing and very funny.
Yep. Jeff Slinker actually lives in the neighborhood. He lives a couple blocks over, and I've been trying to get him to come over here and just like hang out on Wednesday nights.
Did I meet him with you that time, Ken, when we were out back? There were a bunch of people sitting around when I kept wanting to know who the vet was.
He wasn't there that day, but yeah, he's in the neighborhood, and he's a really cool guy. So yeah, you should meet him soon.
Super.
So
he's really cool.
We're going to call last call for you to throw movies out here. Can you scroll up? I thought there was a couple a little bit further back. Like, much further back. Like, right when we first started the segment.
And did we say there's a prize or something, or just the honor?
There's not a prize, just the honor of being on our list.
We don't have, like, a DVD of that movie or a poster or something?
Nah, I lost them all.
You lost them all.
Or I gave them all away. One or the other. Something happened. Mean Girls. Somebody threw a Mean Girls out.
Mean Girls.
Oh, yeah.
And Roxanne Marchand, she is at a concert right now, so she's giving us the old peace sign and a guitar. So
rock horns. That's not the peace sign. It's rock horns.
It's rock horns. Sorry.
Now, that is devotion that you're at a concert, Roxanne, and you're walking us. That's just too sweet.
Wow. That was crazy, Robert, what you just said, because we understood none of it. It was like, wang, 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 wang.
You sounded like you were in the trench taking an attack.
Oh, did I?
Star.
Well, I could hear me. What I was saying is it's crazy that Roxanne is at a rock concert and she's watching us on her phone, is what I was saying.
We lost him. Robert, check back in, buddy. We lost you, man. Check back in, big fella. I don't know if you're watching from the shitter at your house. Hey, compile the thing.
You get into...
there he is. He's back.
Is he back?
Yep.
Okay.
Where is he? Robert.
I'm going to go over here and do math.
Robert. So we lost Robert. There he is. Robert. Whew, we lost you there for a second.
I can't get any video at all. I'm watching now, but I hear you. So if you can see me, I'll just pretend like I'm still on the air with you.
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up a melt. That's a good. The Pink Flamingo is a. Did you ever see that movie with Matt Dillon? That's a back.
I thought you were talking about the one with Divine, Pink Flamingo. I
like,
said I don't remember. I don't remember anything about school in that. I remember Dog Turd.
It's a Matt Dillon movie. If somebody remembers the name of it, but it was about him working during the summer at a club out on Long Island, and he was getting ready to go back to school.
Okay.
And go back, and it was a very good movie. I remember it. I remember watching it all the time. He was him and this kid that played basketball. They worked at this club out on Long Island, and he figured out that the card game there was a scam, and he started playing. Him and Gene Hackman started playing everybody, and they were winning and winning and winning. And then at the end, he turned on Gene Hackman because he knew Gene Hackman was the one who was leading the scam, and he actually beat Gene Hackman to win all the money. So when he went back to school, he had money. So that could be one.
Well, I mean, if you're really going to push the point, you could say to a certain degree Dirty Dancing, because it was over the summer and they were going to go back to school at the end of the season of the, I mean, if you're going to go that far.
Yeah. You know what's funny, Robert, is when we lose the feed from you, it becomes a question mark on the screen. and everybody was like, always thought Robert could play a great question mark.
There you go. Thank you.
Joe just threw out Never Been Kissed, Drew Barrymore.
Yep.
Great movie.
Oh, okay.
All right, so here's what we're going to do right now. Dan's going to go, and he's going to compile and do some stuff. But
Tabulating.
what I'm going to do is I am going to play the video you sent us, Robert, and then you're going to tell us a little bit about that.
What it is? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
exactly what it is. Here we go. I'm going to play it right now. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
And boom.
Hello. Father.
We look so serious.
Why'd you come here, boy? It's time we met. I have questions. I ain't got no answers for you, son.
42 years of silence stand between father and son. When they last met, Kennedy was president. TV was 3 channels and 2 colors, the colors of the races. Divisions back then ran deep. Violence was as commonplace as tolerance was scarce. Civil disobedience was met with police dogs and fire hoses. Much blood would be spilled in the coming fight for social justice. In 1960, as the tide began to turn, the son was a child. The father was 42, half his current age. Famous in his way, a United States Senator, a proud Southern senator as committed to segregation as Kennedy was to its finish. And there it would have remained. No son, no story. Had she not walked into his life one afternoon and changed everything.
Pretender by Steve Piacente. Available now at Amazon.com.
Oh,
So talk to us, man.
what was that?
What was that?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. There's a book called The Pretender, a new novel by Steve Piacente, just came out, and it's a trilogy, not a trilogy, but it's based sort of on a series of things. He was a reporter for many, many years, dealt with a lot of political situations, and the other actor, Lamont Easter,
He's great.
had contacted me and said, "Hey, man, you know they're doing this little trailer, but it's a trailer for a book, not a movie, and would you be interested?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." And then when I thought I had the part, they submitted several people, I found out. And I was like, oh, okay, there you go. And it turns out in the end, I did get the job. And we shot this thing in Montgomery County Prison as a trailer. And it was kind of cool and quick and easy. And then they asked me afterwards if I would do the voiceover for it as well.
When did you shoot that? When was that shot?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, nice. Robert Neal Marshall, Jackson, Mississippi, Jr., working actor.
Working actor, just for a little bit there. New media, which was really cool. And so anyhow, so I was really pleased to be part of that. And it was kind of fun and quick. And the only thing is, honestly, if you want to dissect it, I think I'm probably a little young for the role. But I guess as a trailer for a book, it was okay because it wasn't an actual movie. So anyway, so if you guys go out there, find it on Amazon. It's called Pretender by Steve Piacente. Check it out. It's a cool story, as if you followed the story about a guy who actually, based on Thurman, Strom Thurmond is what the story's based on, who was a segregationist and very politically minded against equality of the races. And he actually had a mixed race daughter. He fathered a child with his nanny back in the South. And kept it quiet. The woman, 80 years in her life. Yeah, the good old days. Kept it quiet, but he did support her. He supported the woman.
That was a joke, by the way.
I know. But it was, but in light of, you know, contemporary times, and I went to see also a Black Klansman, the film, the other day, which I thought was really well done, very powerful. It shook me up more than I thought it would, because the trailer makes it look sort of like there's a comic element to it, and which I thought was interesting to get people in, but I didn't find the movie had much of that comedy at all.
You know, it's a remake, by the way.
Yeah.
That's been done before.
Yeah.
That story.
Yeah, I figured, but I hadn't seen the original, but it sounded... So anyway, so the book is based on a fictional character that's based on Strom Thurmond, who has a child through a mixed race relationship, and the character herself was very anti, high segregationist and so forth. So it's an interesting book. So I think go out there and get it. And thank you, Steve and Lamont, for the opportunity to play with you guys.
Here's something, Robert, that you should be confident in.
What's that?
I just want you to know that you said that you thought you were too young. No. You were spot on, buddy. You were perfect for that role. So I just want you to know that I believed it. It was totally believable. So yeah, you were old enough.
And Chris, just at the same time, Chris Mueller just came and said, "Bob, you're never too young for a role." That's what Ken always says.
Well, it was funny, too, because it was like when I woke up that morning, it was like I purposely wanted to make sure I looked like shit. So that was easy.
Well, if it was a Tuesday and you were here drinking Appletinis with us, it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to do anything. Just take off the hat and, the whole thing. Yeah. So anyway, well, thanks for showing that, and I appreciate the little plug for Steve's book, too. So it was fun little work.
That big, dramatic, like...
I know, it was awesome.
I thought that was going to follow in with the rest of A Day in the Life by the Beatles.
Yeah, right. No, the guys did a good job with it. Very quick. They filmed it on some DSLR Sony cameras, minimal lights, but they had lights, but they were very specific about what they wanted. The one thing, though, is it was creepy being in that prison. I mean, really isolated. It was an old ward that was, I guess, hadn't been used in a long time, and apparently it's very hard to get a location in a prison for various reasons, and so it was very oppressive. I didn't want to be there very long. So.
You shot in a haunted prison, didn't you?
Jill Redding jumped in. You know what she said?
What?
She said, "They cast you. You did look like shit."
Thank you, Jill. Jill doesn't know that I was talking about her earlier with the.
Jill, we were talking about you a little while ago.
About the game change.
About the John McCain moment that you played in the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's been getting all that airtime, Jill. If you haven't seen it, or maybe you have on the news, they're playing your character over and over and over again. It's just not you. I wish it was.
So, Dan, did you compile everything?
All right, we have.
Ready?
Are you ready for the Appletini Army top 5 back to school, the official top 5 back to school list?
Top 5 back to school list.
And I am salty because none of my movies made it on the list.
What?
Uh-oh.
Not one of them? Not even Harry Potter?
Not even Harry Potter.
Oh, so
Chris kind of commented on the Sky High pick, but that wasn't an actual vote.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, mine are 1 first.
Oh, look, our YouTube comments are showing up.
There we go.
Nice.
All right, so number 5 is Back to School.
Back to School. Yeah, several people mentioned that. I remember that.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna put them out as we go. Number 5.
Number percent?
Yes, percent. Number 5. Back to school.
I mean, a little on the nose,
not
but
back
whatever.
to a school. Back to school.
The schools.
There it is. Got it. All right, that's number 4.
Number 4. Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead. Love it. You know why I love it? Because there's a Camaro in it. And I have
you're a Camaro boy, yeah.
That's right. All right.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Which is technically more of an end of the school year movie, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Boom.
Number 2.
And here's my problem with Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Mm-hmm.
What?
They're in Chicago. They're in the suburbs of Chicago.
Yeah.
What the hell is he doing wearing a Red Wings jersey?
I don't know.
That'd be like living in D.C. and running around in Eagles gear.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Which I do all the time, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Tony Laporto.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Grease.
Woo!
Grease is number 2.
Grease is the word.
It's the word.
I heard it's the word.
And number 4 with four different lists had it on it. So
number 1.
Number 1, yes.
Number 1, yeah.
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Breakfast Club, yeah.
It is a great movie. I love this movie.
I want to go watch them all now. I want to have a John Hughes film festival now.
Have you not seen them, Robert?
I have. I want to see them again, though. I think I saw them when they first came out. I mean, that was in the 80s. What is it now, 2018?
Yes, it is 2018.
So it's like, what, 35 years?
Yeah, but they hold up, man.
I know they do. That's what I'm saying. I want to watch them again.
The guy who played, oh man, I can't think what the movie was. but he was a total. The guy looks exactly like the principal from The Breakfast Club. He's the guy that was the main bad guy in Rogue One. Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah, he
Ben
does.
Mendelsohn.
He does.
Yeah.
Ben
He was a
Mendelsohn, he
principal in
does.
some movie, and I can't think of. I just watched it.
Was it 8th grade?
No, because we know the principal in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we know that.
Greg Crow. By the way, I told you I met the kid from the movie too. The nerd.
You did?
He was fantastic. He was absolute pleasure to be around. Great kid to talk to. Loved it. So that's our list. I love it. Number 5, Back to School. 4, Better Off Dead. Boom, 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 boom. Drum roll, please. Number 3, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Number 2, Grease.
Grease.
Number 1, Breakfast Club. But I think all the movies we mentioned tonight are all fantastic movies.
They're great
You should
movies.
see 'em.
Weird Science is great.
Yep.
Vintage, like peak early, like first half Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Tony Stark is like vintage second half of his
Yeah.
career.
And Sherlock Holmes. And he's doing
yeah.
another Sherlock
He
Holmes,
is.
by the way. It's coming up.
Yeah.
It was Ready Player One that Ben Mendelsohn was in, and he looks exactly like
Yes.
the principal from Breakfast Club.
Yep. Ready Player One's a great movie, too.
Mess with the bull, you get the horns.
So
And the kids are going back to school as well, which is really even crazy that the summer's almost over.
Yep.
Yes. Guess what? Guess what
What?
I did this past weekend?
What did you do, Ken?
So
You rescued a woman. You rescued a
I
woman. you were
did
saying.
at the Ren Fest. We talked about that,
Yeah.
right? But have you ever been to the Ren Fest, Robert?
I have indeed. I actually had my show Rumpelstiltskin's Daughter perform there several years ago.
Nice. It's a fantastic time. I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Dan, have you been?
I have.
Yeah. Are you going to go this year?
I don't know.
Well, we're doing an adult day. We did the kid day already. I'm not going back with the kids. The next one we're gonna have fun, and I'm gonna drink mead, and the whole. I'm gonna eat
Drink
a turkey
mead.
leg.
The thing I love about the Ren Fest is that like you'll see all these people that go full on
Yes.
with the costumes.
They're
like,
fantastic.
Oh,
full on
yeah.
no
I
Oscar,
love it. That's
Dwayne.
part of the fun.
Yeah. And
It's like
I was
going
there with
back in
Chester,
time.
And Chester was like in chainmail and cod pieces and stuff like that. And
I want a cod piece.
and then there's like these 3 dudes walking around in Star Trek.
Yeah.
I was like, so what are you, like the away team? Or?
I guess I don't know. I saw
They beamed into the Ren Fair is
Yeah.
what happened.
The holodeck.
there was
Yeah.
the Geico lizard was there this weekend walking around, but it wasn't like the official Geico lizard, the actual one they send out on like promotions. It was like this guy dressed up in a Geico.
Kind of like the
He was
really
just dressed
bad
like a
versions
lizard.
you see in Times Square.
Yeah, it was
like
really bad.
Fat
version.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Oh dear God.
The funny thing about the Ren Fest is basically their marketing plan for food there is just anything on a stick.
Yes.
Like
it is.
steak on a stick, turkey on a drumstick, rat on a stick. Yep, I'll take it.
It's a stick.
Rat,
stick?
honestly. At least you get a stick.
Two,
Have you guys
please.
ever been to medieval times where they do the
Yes.
jousting?
Yes.
I mean, they just give you a plate with a piece of meat in it, and you got to use your fingers. It's like there's no knife. I would have happily taken a stick.
Nothing wrong with that.
Chris did it again. He told a cod piece stroke
Yeah.
right when I told a cod
I
piece
know.
stroke.
The timing is on.
You're on, man.
Boom.
You need to get in here.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So I'm going to play a short video of me at the Ren Fest this weekend.
Let's check it out.
All right, here we go.
It's fantastic, honey.
Nice hat.
Do you like the hat? The hat's amazing. Look at that. Oh, I missed. Wait. I missed again. What do you think? I got it. Woo! I nailed it. I couldn't hit this at all. Not even close. This crazy mother. Look at it. Jumping rope. Watch this shit.
No.
Yeah, watch him. Watch. Whoop. And there he goes. Whoop. And then watch. He comes around again. And watch this. And now he's gone. He was gone. It was crazy. Robert, did you see that?
I can't see a damn thing. I'm just listening to you. It's great.
But that was phenomenal, dude. I was at this. It was amazing. And I'm going back. I don't know when we're going back, but
Let us know when you're going back with a little advance notice. Maybe
Yes,
some of it can
and
come
maybe
down
we
and
should
join.
go. We'll take a GoPro with us. And
Oh,
we'll,
cool.
We'll shoot a lot of cool Appletini stuff. And you know what? I'm not bringing my kids.
Nope.
But I'm not telling you can't bring your kid.
Okay.
Right? What
Yeah.
I'm saying is we all go, we shoot our stuff for Appletinis, and then we all go our separate ways
Okay.
and enjoy the fair. That would be a fantastic time. I think that would be a lot of fun.
So
You
were
think
basically the opposite of Jason Momoa. Have you seen the video of him?
Yeah, he nails it first shot.
He's like beer,
Yeah.
axe.
Yeah. And
he
he's
walks
done.
off.
And he walks off. Yep. Punk.
They have one of those
It took
places.
me like 3 or 4. I had to warm up.
They have one of those places in Baltimore that we have to go do that at.
I think we should.
Drinking beers and throwing axes.
I think we should. I think we should take yeah. I did ride in on the short steed with the first hat. Absolutely. But that's the hat they give you. You got to wear it because it has a plastic covering on the back of your head because you hit yourself in the back of the head with the axe. Yeah.
With the axe.
When
That
you
could
pull
be...
it over like that, people do. They hit themselves in the back of the head.
Jesus Christ.
So that's why they give you that because it has a plastic piece that covers the back of your head.
Well, not that you want to start splitting hairs with them or anything.
No. But I did hit the heart, right? And that means I got a little heart pendant, and I gave it to Wilhelmina, and she loved it, and she had a great time.
And what was
But-
Willie? First she was a devil, and then she had the ears. She kept having all these different hats herself.
Yeah, so the opening weekend of Renfest every year is kids are free. So if you buy a ticket, if the kids, your kid is 15 or under, they get in free.
Yeah, it's free because it's like 300 degrees usually the first weekend of
Right.
Renfest.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was nice this weekend. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was one of the best ones we've ever been to because the weather was.
The
nice.
weekend was good, yeah.
It was
So
fantastic.
We should go back when you do the adult weekend. We should go back in like late October when it's chilly. Like,
Yeah, that would be a good
It's-
time.
And it's usually really packed. So
Right.
it's very crowded, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, there are people chanting and, they're stomping and singing songs and they're walking around in their costumes. And I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. I watched Shakespeare Scum, which always makes me laugh.
Oh, you saw Chris.
And
I
Chris,
saw Chris Davis. Yes, I
Yes.
didn't see his show. I didn't know he was performing,
Ah.
so I didn't know he was there. And I saw as I'm walking out, I see him, and he's like, "Did you see my show?" And I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
I didn't. I felt so
I'm
bad."
coming back.
I was like, So, but he was only there this weekend.
Limited engagement.
Oh, wow.
He
Yeah.
won't be there for the rest next year. He said so.
when you said kids are free, I thought you meant like you can go there and you can get kids for free.
No, yeah, probably. There are some people trying to give it. But here's the thing. The hardcore Renfest people, they don't come on the first weekend, and I'll tell you why. They don't want to be around all those kids. There's a lot of kids. I mean, it's a great family weekend, and that's why
Yeah.
we do it. We take the kids, and we go and we do the whole family thing. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Chris said, so Ken's Renfest plan is we all show up together, then immediately go our separate ways. Count this introvert in.
All right, let's do it. I think we should all do it. Well, at least, get some Appletinis footage. We get
We'll
the
have an
Appletinis footage.
Appletini army.
Yeah.
Appletini army at Ren Fair.
Yeah, we get the footage of, we do some quick shots with the GoPro that I'm going to buy, and then we're done. Then everybody goes their separate ways and has a good time.
There we go.
Yeah, I
Sounds-
think it would be
sounds good.
fantastic. I think Jack would love it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Jack would go
We
crazy.
had
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Now, do you think I could wear like a cod piece that's a real cod?
Just a cod piece, nothing else, Robert.
But
just
it's a
fish
cod,
around your
fish, a
junk?
piece of fish. Yeah.
Just a
around your junk.
cod. Yeah, right in front of your junk. It would be freaking
That's it.
phenomenal. But I don't know if there's a big enough cod out there, Robert.
I don't know if there's
Just
a
a
big enough
cod.
cod.
It's the worst
Yeah.
dating site ever.
Just a cod.
All right, let me check the outline here.
I think we're skipping who gives a shit. Who gives a crap?
Oh, no, yeah, let's get in there. Who gives a
Okay.
crap?
I don't give a crap.
You don't have a give a crap? I got to give a crap.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to Robert. We're going to Who Gives a Crap, and we've been on for a really long time, but I don't care because people are going to see this. This is insane. So, and Dan knows exactly what I'm going to say, and he's going to be the same. So, did you happen to see, Robert, this past week that PETA put a crab sign, a billboard up in Baltimore?
Oh, I did see that. Yeah. Yeah, I
Right,
did see
so
that.
I just brought the picture up, and the picture's up there, and it says, "I'm me, not meat. See the individual, go vegan." Right.
Right.
And then
right.
I'm just thinking to myself, I just think it's just crazy that number one, all right, you're not going to get people in Maryland to stop eating crabs.
No,
who
that's
like crab. Number one. Number two.
Yeah.
Think of the amount of money that they spent not only designing that ad,
Right.
that was probably thousands of dollars, but also the amount of money they spent to have the billboard put up.
Right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You just shared it.
Yes, I
To-
know
to all-
that. I was
all-
going to bring that up too. Go ahead.
To all three of our viewers, so you
Yes.
expanded their reached by a good handful.
Exactly.
But
By
no,
a
it's
good
been
whole
all
2,
over the
3
place on
people.
the internet, and it's getting like crazy viral traction.
Right? But that's the point. That's what I was going to bring up, too. I was like, yeah, who gives a crap? But
Yeah.
it's brilliant
Yeah.
because everybody's talking about it.
Exactly.
Did you see Jimmy's
That's why.
Seafood?
Yeah.
So Jimmy's Seafood is it's a place here in Baltimore, and they lit into PETA, and then PETA kept coming back at them, and they just kept giving it to them like worse and worse. So we'll share it. It's hilarious. Yeah, like Jimmy's just didn't pull any punches.
There was one that had a steamed crab under it that said, "I'm meat."
Yeah,
That's what
I'm
it said.
meat.
I'm meat again.
Yeah, I'm meat. Yep, that's what I am.
Well,
Chris said
just-
I'm we, not wheat.
yes.
well,
That's
to
for
have
all the
fair
gluten-
and
gluten
fair and
intolerant
balanced reporting on our show, I can take the opposite side just for the sake of argument and say, but if you are a crab, you probably don't want to be in Maryland. Then
It's
I
a
guess.
bad place to live.
Bad place to live.
It's a
if you're
bad
crab.
place to live if you're a crab.
I mean, yeah, Peter should just go on a tour, like go up to Philly and have a steak
Yeah,
sub.
a cheesesteak. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I think they
I'm-
should because that would be
I'm
funny.
Steve, not steak.
Yes.
I wrote it for you. You're welcome.
You're
There was-
welcome. Yeah, you
there
can
was- there
pay
was a-
him.
There was a wonderful thing on RuPaul's Drag Race. I was watching the end of season 10. I don't know why. I hadn't watched it for like years and years.
I
and
watch
one
that
of the
show every year.
it's
I watch
fabulous. But the
I've seen
parents
every
of the
episode.
they had a Philly
No.
cheesesteak place, and RuPaul said something about so do you, in Philly, do you have Philly cheesesteaks? It's your restaurant, and the guy said, we just call them cheesesteaks.
Yeah. We don't call them Philly cheesesteaks.
they're just cheesesteaks.
And when you're in Japan,
Yeah,
it's or in China,
It's the friends.
Yeah.
it's not Chinese food.
Yeah,
Go have some
exactly.
Chinese
Food.
food.
It's
If
food.
there, they just call it
It's
food.
food.
It's called food. Japanese food? No, it's just food.
Just food. Yeah.
Italy, it's just food. It's not Italian food. It's just food.
Food.
Jackass.
Eat it. Eat your food.
Eat your goddamn
Eat your food.
I'll tell you what,
Morris.
it's fantastic. I'll tell you that. All right, so that was mine, Dan. What's your who gives a crap?
You
You can go with the crab thing too.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so Dan did that. What's your who gives a crap, Robert?
This conversation.
That's that's the whole point.
That's the whole point of it. Yes. No.
Yes, who gives a crap? Nobody gives a crap.
John sent one in earlier. He said, "Who gives a crap if Serena wants to wear a cat suit? Stop being assholes." French Open.
I know it, right?
She's wearing a suit that helps her not die from blood
Yeah.
clots.
So, what the fuck? Right? Did I just say that?
You did.
I think I did.
I don't think you hit
fuck?
the cuh.
What the
The-
I'm not a big Serena fan anyway. I mean, because she complains about all kinds of different things that, rich people problems. She does have that issue.
RPPs.
Yeah. But, in this situation, I got to side with her. And I just think it's ridiculous that they won't let her wear that spandex suit. It's ridiculous. It's just dumb. So, don't forget, people, we are on YouTube now. By the way, we have
And the
2
whole
people
show will
watching.
be, right?
Yeah, and it's amazing. Victor Coco's over there. We're running the feed, so that's the whole 2 people that are watching us on YouTube right now.
Well,
But don't forget, subscribe to us on YouTube. We need those subscribers because we got a lot more videos coming. A lot more cool stuff. But before we go, I want to say, Johnny G, who isn't with us tonight. Johnny,
Yeah.
we miss you.
miss you, Johnny.
Wish you were here. But Johnny G's band, 7 Souls, will be doing a show. And let me put my glass. Can you read that?
Perry's Restaurant
All right, yep. And here it comes. Ready?
in Odenton, Maryland.
Odenton.
When?
Odenton. That'll be Saturday, September 8th, 2018 at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes, and I went to his last show out in Ellicott City,
Yep.
Columbia area, and it was fantastic. I mean, it was packed. The place was insane with people. They were all older, Robert, by the way, so you'd fit right
I'm
in.
sorry I missed it. I didn't even realize it was like right here around the corner.
Exactly, it was, and it was a fantastic night. We had a great time. A lot of people came out, and the place was jammed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just wall to wall people, and you could barely move. But they are a great band.
Sounds like fun.
They're a great cover band. They play great songs. Johnny G's phenomenal. You saw the videos I posted.
Great
them.
classic rock.
Yeah, classic rock stuff, southern rock. It's fantastic. So if you get a chance, 7 Souls, They're going to be playing September 8th up in Odenton. Boom. Get there. And we're going to share that link as well.
Yep.
So we'll probably create an event for it. So
Sounds great.
it does. We've been on now for almost an hour and a half.
Oh my God, time flies so fast when you're
Yeah,
having fun.
Bob's gonna walk out of that bathroom like Fred Sanford. His legs are gonna be asleep. from
I
sitting in the
have
toilet.
not sat on a toilet for this long, I think, ever.
And, a lot of more. The first try at naming Baltimore. That was Chris. Chris said that. The big Coco. That's why we're wearing a cat suit right now. I know you are, Chris. I know you're at home wearing your cat suit because Serena was wearing her cat suit. So anyway, I have no idea where I am. I'm trying to find where I am. All right. Thank you to all the patrons at Patreon. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for donating your money to us so we can have all these neat things. And the technology that we have, this microphone, that camera over there, even though we didn't use that camera tonight. We did not.
That's right. So you didn't go over there at all. You just were
No.
at the.
No, I just hung out here.
Yeah, just
That's
hang out
cool.
over here,
That's
which
cool.
is fine. We love it. So we just like to thank everybody for coming on. Next week we talk football.
2 weeks.
Yeah, and football movies because
Football season
Football
starts.
season.
Yeah, exactly.
Wabbit
New
season. Duck season.
And the Eagles will dominate again. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Here we go.
Here we go. I still haven't got my tattoo yet.
Yeah.
Either. But
We're
I
waiting.
will.
We're waiting.
I will. And of course, you know who's going to be here.
Tom Selleck.
This guy. Tom Selleck. There he is, back here. I've been trying to get Satan, but he keeps blowing me off. So.
Well,
Whatever.
he's enjoying this summer somewhere.
Well, no, he's done. He's back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's done with his vacation. He's back in
Okay.
Jersey.
We need more Patreon so we can afford him.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
Elvis?
right.
Yeah, Elvis is over here. Elvis is right here, Jill. Elvis.
So
My blue suede shoe, right? Elvis. So anyway, guys, thank you for being here. Dan Franco, thank you for joining
Thank
me.
you.
Robert Neal Marshall, Jackson, Mississippi Jr. III, thank you for coming on. I'm Ken Arnold. Johnny G, we'll have you back next time. Guys, have a great week. We love that you're here with us every Monday night. Peace out. Enjoy your week. Senator John McCain. Peace. We'll see you guys later. Enjoy. All right, we're going to have Jeremy
Play us out.
play us out. Here we go. Boom.
Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with Ken. Oh yeah. Appletinis with Ken. Oh. Appletinis with Ken. Oh yeah. Oh. Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with Ken. Oh yeah.